Hey guys, hopefully you're having a great day. So I'm just here to talk to you about your next Earth Science assignment, and you're going to enjoy this. This assignment covers April 8th and the 9th. That's Wednesday and Thursday. And remember, Friday we have off for Easter holiday. Going over it. Essentially, what we're doing is, this would be, if we're doing it in class, it would be a presentation where you'd be in a group and you would present on one of 4 topics. So we can't do that on a virtual setting, but what we're going to do is we're going to do as much of a presentation as we can. You can have your presentation be in any type of format. It could be a video, it could be a Google slide, if you wanted to, it could be an essay. And if you're not sure if your format would be acceptable, just send me an email, ask me, and I will let you know. Alright, so let's dig into it a little bit more. It's impact of global climate change. And here we go. We have one of 4 options. This will be individual. I'm not as savvy with the Google, or not the Google, but the Canvas platform that I'm going to have you guys be using for the discussion. So we'll take it one step at a time. I want to try out the Canvas platform with you guys first, learn from it, and then maybe we can expand and have virtual partners on future projects if we're still doing this virtually in May. What we have right here are acidification of the oceans is one topic, and you have your pick of the Caribbean, the Great Barrier Reef, or a coral reef of your choice, if you so decide to pick that one. I'm not offering limits if every single person happens to pick coral reefs. Alright, that'd be unfortunate. Probably won't happen though. But so if someone picks it, you don't have to worry about it. Ice caps, melting, and albedo. So if you're looking at the Arctic ice sheets, you could pick that. If you're interested in Antarctic, you could pick that, or the glaciers, you could pick that. Those are your only 3 options. You could get the most possibilities out of glaciers. You could pick wherever in the world, whether it be in Canada, Alaska, or the Himalayas. Your pick, whatever interests you. Third one, destruction of the world's rainforests, whether it be in South America, Southeast Asia, or Africa, you get to pick. Don't talk about all of them, be redundant. Pick your favorite one. If you are picking the rainforest one. If you're doing the Arctic ice sheets already, then you don't have to do the rainforest. You're only picking one of the 4 options, and within those 4 options, you're picking one of the sub-options. The last one is invasive species, like the ash borer, for example. There are a ton of invasive species. If this is something that interests you, just pick whichever invasive species you would like. Alright, moving on to the next page. This is a little bit more specific. Alright, so if you're doing the acidification of the oceans, you need to have a chemical reaction. What is some background information on optimal environment for various sea life? Most, you're probably considering pH. What is the optimal pH environment? What's happening to these oceans? So what is the chemistry behind what is happening? What is the biology behind what is happening? Well, I'll give you a hint. They're going away. They are going to be like the dodo bird in the next 20 to 30 years on their current trajectory. How are humans causing this? So I don't want to spill the beans. I'll give you a hint. Pollution. Possible solutions have at least one visual or prop. So if you're doing a video, have a prop. If you are doing a Google slide or an essay, place a drawing or a picture in there. Possible solutions. All right, then be prepared to present with knowledge and enthusiasm. This I'm going to modify a little bit. Our version of presenting is going to be simply posting it on a discussion board on the Canvas platform. So I got Canvas right here. I've been kind of tinkering with it. I've never used it, so there might be some glitches that we need to smooth out together. I will give you the code to basically sign on, get into the Canvas class that I made. And again, if the code doesn't work, send me a Facebook post, an email, let me know, and I'll try to figure it out as soon as possible for that. You don't want to post anything until you're all done with your project. The goal is to be complete with your presentation, your project, by the end of the day on Thursday. That gives you, then you can post it Thursday night, worst case Friday morning. That gives everybody Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to make their replies. And I know it's non-school days, but it's not too bad. It'll take at max an hour over the course of 4 days to do it. Actually, I take that back. I just came up with a brainstorm. We'll have the presentation portion be where you post and you respond on 3 other people's presentations. We will have that be on our next day, which would be Wednesday. So, with that being said, post it before Wednesday. So like by Tuesday night, you want to have it posted. So Wednesday, they're all up and running, and all we got to worry about is making replies to other people's posts. And I had directions. I have the directions posted right here. So submit it on Canvas and make a comment on 3 other presentations, preferably on topics that you did not do. So if you did the acidification of the oceans, then try to find someone that did the rainforest, invasive species, and albedo with ice. That is the goal. If nobody did albedo for some reason, I don't know why, it's pretty exciting, then you would have to do 2 of something else. But definitely don't do the acidification of the oceans if that was what your presentation is on. So at the very least, find 3 others that you did not do. Alright, but before you do the whole Canvas posting replies, the whole project, the very first thing that you want to do is watch the videos and peruse the resource sites, and then take the quiz and submit it. So I got a whole bunch of videos talking about ocean acidification, water carbon sinks, rainforest destruction, albedo, and then there is a nice little quiz to see if you actually read those things. And it's going to be very beneficial because you're only focusing on one little concept, but there's 3 other big concepts, but by watching these videos you at least get exposed to all of them, and then being able to see other people's presentations and make comments, you're exposed to those other concepts. Alright, so then after you watch videos, take the quiz, that's when you do your project. You then post it, the sooner the better. And after people have posted, our Wednesday assignment of next week is going to be posting and making responses on other people's presentations. And in your replies, you're going to be graded on this. You want to identify a central concept in the person's presentation that tells me that you actually watched or read and looked at their presentation, and then say something positive to that to the person. Like, what's something good about that presentation? So we want to keep it positive. We want to make sure the language is clean. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And then I will be posting onto Canvas soon if I haven't already. And while you're watching the videos and working on the project, I would try to get onto Google Canvas and just look at that discussion post. Maybe do a test post if you need to, just so we can kind of iron these kinks out so we're not all freaking out, confused on Wednesday. You get it, right? Okay. Again, if you got questions, let me know. Email me. All right, I didn't talk about the other 3 topics. Let's go over those. Ice caps melting and albedo. Talking about the positive feedback loop. Further warming the planet. So you got to explain, if you're doing this topic, what is albedo? What is positive feedback loop as it pertains to melting ice? What is happening to your particular ice? Maybe give some historical context. Like if you're talking about the Arctic Ocean, how much ice was there? How much ice is there now? How much ice is there predicted in the future? So what is happening? How are humans causing this? And possible solutions. Have at least one visual or prop. And again, we're sharing this on a discussion post on Canvas. All right, destructions of the rainforest. You want to say, what is a carbon sink? Kind of explain it. How does it relate to the rainforest? What's happening to the particular rainforest? It's very sad. It's one of the major reasons why by 2050, 50% of land species will be extinct. And the giraffe is actually on the endangered species list. I'm not sure if you know that, but it's very sad. A lot of the animals we see at the zoo, those may be the only places we will be able to see them. Possible solutions to rainforest destruction. Try to be pretty reasonable about this. We want to make sure that we're thinking ethically as we're coming up with these solutions. Have at least one visual or prop, and then again posting it on Canvas. And the last one, invasive species. What is your invasive species? Where is it from? And where is it invading? So how is the warming planet causing changes in the biosphere of your ecosystem? So again, if you want to talk about something that was released because it was originally a pet, you could talk about that. That's certainly a problem in invasive species. However, because of changing climate, we are finding different species in different locations that they weren't always because of the changing environment. So you could try to find something like that. That would be great. Again, I'm not against, releasing your cobra out in Florida. That, you could talk about that if that really interests you. It's fine. How is it impacting ecosystem? How is this impacting people? What are some possible solutions? And again, have at least one visual or prop. Be prepared to post this on the discussion board on Canvas. All right. And if you are doing a video on this, try to keep it under 2 minutes. I mean, if it's longer that's fine, but 2 minutes would cover it pretty well. If you're doing a Google slide or other sort of presentation, how many slides? Well, we got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the required, well, not G, but those are the required info. Again, slides, you're going to want to have at least one picture for each slide. You don't want to have too many words, just a few bullets. But what you could do is you could overlay audio to your slide. If you wanted to, you could do Screencastify. That's a free digital media that you could use. There are, you guys know way more things than I could, but basically it has to be self-explanatory. So it has to be able to give all of the information all by itself without you being there. However you can do that, great. Go for it. All right. That is it. I might have missed something. If I did, shoot me an email, send me a Facebook post, and this should be a fun assignment. All right. Have a good one.